All right, welcome back. Another day in this wonderful Matrix. I'm Shannon, the Matrix Source player. Why do I have that name? Well, because I'm here as a gamer, as a soul, playing a game in the Matrix. So we come from Source. So my name is Shannon, so therefore Shannon, the Matrix Source player. That's where I got the name from. So the last video, or not the last one, the how to exit the matrix we were discussing. I mentioned one of them was no meat. It's non-negotiable. I'm not going to rehash everything, but that goes for anything that's living, anything with a heart, anything with blood, anything with eyeballs. You cannot eat it, or you'll be stuck in the matrix. I accepted the rules. I didn't make the rules. I accepted them. So that's rule number one. Number two was religion. I believe I was speaking about the orgasm. That is the biggest drainer of them all. So I'm not going to go in detail into that one because the video spoke for itself. I said what I had to about that. So that was number two. Third was religion. Same thing. No need to get back into it. And I believe I spoke about um, the belief system, the belief of that this is real, that all this is real. It's a belief system. You must remove that. Now I'm going to continue on from that. I didn't want to overburden everybody with all this thing like, oh my God, I got to give everything up. Well, unfortunately, there's more. So the next one is alcohol. Alcohol is a big problem because you know yourself when you drink, you act all goofy. You're not yourself anymore. Sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't. Some people laugh, some people cry, some people get angry. Some people just can't handle one or two drinks, but they make it a habit, because their day was stressful, so they go to the alcohol. It's kind of a crutch. But when you go cross a line, a point of no return, you've allowed entities to take over. What entities? Spirits. I mean, it even says on the bottles sometimes of the alcohol, spirits. Think about that one. You're not yourself anymore. You got taken over. You're just the vehicle for them now. And you've done things that you would never ever believe that you could have done. There's no way I've done that. But you did. Or you said things, or you did whatever the case might be. Alcohol is just as nasty as the orgasm. Now, the orgasm, some people say, well, uh, if I don't excrete or orgasm, then I should be fine. Well, there's other problems with that too. It's the etheric attachment, but that we'll get into another time. But the alcohol, that's a huge one too. You really gotta watch that one. But what's wrong with coming home after work, have a beer or two? Maybe nothing, but it is a low frequency liquid. A no. But again, you're not going to the point of no return. I'm not saying it's okay to drink one or two because it becomes a habit. And as a health concern, it's not good for the liver, or the kidneys. And who knows what's in it. And for men, it's not a good thing. Like beer, the hops, it's all messes up your hormones and all that stuff. Just leave it alone or try to minimize, you know, like also, you know, colas, pop with lots of sugar and lots of all kinds of ingredients in there that just messes you up. Stay away from it. It lowers your frequency. It's not food. Drink water, the cleanest possible if you can get it, like spring water from a good source, you know, but stay away from crap that's been made. So these are things also part of that. You really got to be careful. I mean, you know. So then next we got sin and karma. Well, what's sin and karma? Well, we've always been told sin, 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 you know, and your karma, you're going to pay for your karma. You're going to keep looping back for your karma. Well, I'm here to tell you they're both neither true. What if I told you it's because you believed in sin and karma? Now, if there's no religion, or should be no belief in a religion, then there cannot be no sin. Can there be? Or karma? Think about that. Think about that. Sin and karma is only because of religion. You did not loop back here over and over and over and over and over because of sin and karma. I can tell you that right now. You didn't. You came for other reasons. You didn't win the game. You probably didn't give up meat. You didn't give up the alcohol. So you lost the game and you had to come back for those reasons. And those reasons alone. Well, there might be other reasons. You might have broke the rules. I don't like using this word, but if, like, and I don't believe in religion or the Bible, but there is a commandment in there, is there not? Which is ironic. It says, "Thou shalt not kill," right? It doesn't say what, does it? It says, "Thou shalt not kill." What does that mean to me? Well, it means like they didn't tell you what you couldn't kill, so therefore eating death or creating death is a no-no. But it's in the rule. When you start cleaning up this avatar, and that's all it is, an avatar with your soul cage in it, for the ones that are NPCs, non-player characters, that just means you don't have a soul cage. Doesn't mean you're bad people. Doesn't mean this, and I'm not gonna get into too much of that, but we've been all duped into believing that we're all souls, and I already said my piece on that. But you gotta get rid of the sin and karma with your intent. You have to say, like, you have to get rid of it. You just have to put all your intent in it and just get rid of it. There are some videos from Quartz Crystal. I mentioned this wonderful channel and this wonderful lady named Judy. She has some videos to remove the sin and karma, and a few others that need to be done. And if you want to run over there, check it out. It should be right at the beginning. So you can remove those, and you need to remove those. And like I said, I don't know if it was on the last one, but you have to break your contract in the Matrix. It's a must. You must do that. And again, there's a video on that over there as well. I'm just doing my own thing with my experiences. So I do watch her. She's an amazing person, amazing soul. I'm not basing my information just on what she has put out. I'm also basing on my life experience, what I'm experiencing, the downloads. What makes sense, what doesn't make sense. And you just know when you get rid of these things, things will start happening for you. Like behind there, all these signs. I have many, many more to put up. I'm just changing things around here and there. But getting back to sin and karma, you have to remove them. And you need to break the contract with your intent. Your intent is everything in here. Your intent when you go to eat meat is your intent. When you go to drink is your intent. You intended to do it. If you ate, like I said previously, a pot of spaghetti that somebody put wine in there, well, obviously the alcohol cooked out, you left with the flavors. Once in a while, I use that for cooking because it enhances, vegan food when I'm making. Uh, and no, I don't put a price tag on vegan or vegetarian. I don't put labels. I mean, not price tag, labels. Pardon me. Putting labels, other than being a source player or a soul, other than that, you should not be putting any labels by stating that I am a vegan or I am a vegetarian or I'm a carnivore or I'm this. That is putting a label on you that you do not want. I used to do machining, but I used to say I was a machinist or I am a machinist. Well, that's with intent. And no, I'm not. I'm a source player. Practicing, learning on the world stage as a machinist. I was doing chef work for a lot of years. Other passion. And now I'm working on a different one because we're here to do different things. We're not here to be uh, doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over. I mean, we're not here to do that. It doesn't make sense. You need to do with your intent and your will, if you allow me to say that. You putting, I don't want to say you put your heart and soul in it because that's giving away outside of yourself again, even though the heart and soul's within, but it's a lot more intricate than that. I would say more like your intent on doing things in this matrix, but try and do like a variety thing. Just don't eat mono foods. Some are eat mono foods, but don't try to keep everything mono. Try and explore, try different things, do different things, think different things, be free to do so, be yourself. I get it. Sometimes it's hard to do things when things stand in your way. There's like walls. One could be financial. I get it. I get it. But there's nothing you can do about it until you do something about it. You're the one that can make the change. Like myself pushing myself to make this channel, pushing myself, or self was pushing me actually. That was my next step that I had to do in order to move forward. You always, as a source player, need to move forward. You must. Don't get stuck in the mud. Me, I'm headstrong. I mean, I'm persistent. I can't just let it go. I just have to keep going, 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 going. If I get hurdles, if I feel like it's not worth it, I'll let it go and I'm good with it. But if it's something that I really want and I'm creating something, I will not stop ever. I'll go days and days and days till I get it. So these are the other things. How to exit the matrix. A little bit off tangent there, but you get my point. And it's kind of part of it. You really need to break free from the matrix. And you also really need to stop watching crap that you can't change. Look at the world right now. Is that who you are inside of you? Everything's created in the mind. It's a mind game. It's a mind job, right? Heard that before? What a mind job. What a mind game. Well, that's where it's coming from. You think you see me as me? It's a residual self image. You're seeing what the Matrix wants you to see. I see what they want me to see. I don't want to get too deep here, but it's not easy. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying you got to do everything in one day, like giving it all up, and I wouldn't recommend it because it'll probably become a failure and you're not going to want to do it. You're going to say, I tried, it didn't work. I say that all the time. I tried, it's not working, screw it. But then right the next day, I'm back at it again. It's a brand new day. And now, brand new now day. Things change. Maybe you slept on it. Maybe, you know, somehow something was going to turn out and work for you. But those are the rest of how to exit the matrix. How you will apply them to your life is up to you. If you try it, I would seriously consider it because there's a lot of at risk for not getting rid of this stuff. You don't need it. You do not need it. And I'm not going to get back into this controversy with the meat thing. We all know it's all over the place. Just challenge yourself. Start with that. I won't eat meat for 30 days. I won't eat it for 60 days, or I won't eat it for a week or two. You're probably not going to see much change in what's going on in your soul, but try it. Challenge yourself. Just don't think about it. Just eat everything else but, well, I mean that like responsible, not eat cakes and I mean, yes, I eat that stuff too once in a while as a treat. Don't get me wrong. I can binge out on a bag of chips. Is it good for you? I know it's not. Is it soul food? No, it's not. But don't punish yourself every time you think, you're gonna eat it and then you're gonna judge yourself. Oh my God, what have I done? I ate chips and donuts and don't put that pressure on yourself. Don't do it. Not worth it. Move on from it. Say once in a while I'm gonna just have my cravings. As long as there's not what I've already mentioned in it. Or don't do it. But the real judgment day is not the biblical one. The real judgment day is the day that we all wake up from this game and we see who succeeded and who didn't. That's the real judgment day. See, in the Bible, they put little truths in them, but then they added all this holy moly godly stuff. Ooh, no. You are the god and goddesses of this game. Know it, own it, and move on. Start with that. If you're a soul, you'll know it. You'll know it. You'll feel it. All your life you've been pushed and thinking something's not right here. Or I don't feel good when I do this. Or I don't feel good when I do that. This nudge is from self. Like these videos, self was pushing me for 3 weeks. And no, it didn't talk to me. It just, you have a knowing. It's just like the thought is put into your mind. It's a mind game, remember? It's a live stream through the mind. All what you see, all you hear, all you taste is a live stream of your mind playing this movie. Your movie. My Shannon movie's playing. There's nothing outside of yourself. Don't kid yourself. There's nothing outside of yourself. Just close your eyes. What do you see? Nothing. Why is that? Well, that's for sleeping. Is it? Sure about that? It might have a part of it, but when you close your eyes, there's nothing outside of yourself. You don't see yourself in a mirror or you don't see your surroundings or outside. You just close it. Sometimes I close it when I'm walking and there's nothing outside of yourself. Not just for sleeping. It's just not for squinting when the sun's in your eyes. It's telling you something. But with that said, I will leave it there. And that is part two. And we'll move on to other things. I'm going to try and do a video a week. So we'll try to break free from the chains, the shackles, the ball and chain from the matrix. Stop eating these things. Stop drinking these things that do not serve you. I'm so inspired when I see on Instagram sometimes that the weight loss from people. Some are like 500-600 pounds, some are 300, some are 200, and they want to lose a little bit of weight. I'm so inspired when I see that, and then you see them all slendered down. Hard work went into that. Hard work and determination, and they pushed themselves, and now they're happy. That's one conquest check mark. They did it. They lost the weight, and I'm so happy for them because things can be done if you just choose to do so. Be the best version of you. If you think there's something wrong that you'd like to change, then do it. But as a soul player, matrix source player, these are required. Sorry. It's the only way you're going to break free. And times are coming. Big storms ahead of us. Some of the souls are feeling it now. So I'll leave that alone, and we'll see you soon. And please be safe. We'll talk soon. All right. Take care. Bye.